Welcome, welcome. I'm definitely so pleased to have you here with me today. My name is Speechless. This is the Don't Let Me Tell It podcast. With special guest today, ThoroughBredCowboy. And we just going to be discussing, why is it so important to prioritize self-care and discipline, and also how it affects the relationships. So we are here right now, you know what I'm saying? Speechless, ThoroughBredCowboy.
What's up, man? My name is ThoroughBredCowboy. Got some music coming out soon with my boy Speechless.
So, big blessings, you know what I'm saying? And let me ask you a question, bro. You ever worked on yourself and like the outside world start looking at you differently?
Oh yeah, all the time. Funny as hell. Ever since I really started working on myself, I used to get, bro, you need to put on some weight. Bro, you need to change your lifestyle habits. Bro, you need to be with the right people. But it's like when you do that jump, is oh, you look like you're this type of person, you look like this. And a long time ago you said, you can't change it. But I'm changing it. So
Right.
it's really on you.
It's on you, right? Exactly.
Everything's on you. Like you said, bet your life.
Right. It's on you.
If you don't bet your life, then you're not living right.
You're not living right. That's a fact. And that's key right there because when you work on yourself, if you don't work on yourself, the outside world still sees you, right? Like how they be seeing you, right? And then when you work on yourself, the outside world still sees you. So, the moral of that story, I feel like it's like, regardless, the world is still gonna see you. It's just how you want the world to see you. You know what I'm saying? Like how you want the world to see you, because it's like, the world gonna see you regardless. But how do you want the world to view you? And that's one of the reasons why self-care is so important. Because I don't believe most people are worried about what they're thinking. They're worried about what the other person is thinking. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, okay, if you're worried about what the other person is thinking, then why not work on self-care? Don't it make sense?
Look, brother, I feel like that's everybody though. I feel like everybody is really caring about what other people really think just to fit in. But it's just like you gotta not fit in just to fit in. You feel me?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's how I feel. Like
that's key.
I always was the outside of the black sheep, and that's what got me further than being in a herd and then getting controlled by one dog. You feel me? Exactly. I'm the control out of everything. So
exactly.
I don't like to be controlled with me. You feel me?
That's a fact. And that's why, right? That's why, when you have the discipline, right? And the rest of the world doesn't, that only puts you in a different category.
It irritates them.
It irritates them, but I'm sure it does. But what I'm getting at is it irritates them. But if it irritates you that much, why don't you do it too? Why are you letting my prosperous moments irritate you? You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing right there, where people are acting in such way and being in such way, but they're still giving themselves their own answers. It's like, if it's irritating you, then you should do it better than that. You know what I mean? Like if I'm doing it times 5, then you should do it times 10. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just feel like people are scared to put their first foot forward.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, people would like to be, kind of micromanaged and let a dog lead the whole herd. You feel me? So everybody's really scared to step out of bounds and live their own truth. But,
Right.
you know,
No.
people like us, we don't care.
Yeah.
The careless is the most fearless, but the thing is, we also are so aware of everybody that we just ain't got time for your energy, so it just makes us selfish.
And you just said something key. Like, we don't care, but we know what to care about.
Exactly.
Like self-care.
Self-care.
Self-care. See how we just came back to that? Self-care.
It's always a
It's
cycle.
always going to come right back to the main
360.
objective. Because look, if you don't have self-care, right? If you're not telling yourself like, yo, I love me. See you person in the mirror? I love you. And this is how I'm able to love limitlessly. This is how I'm able to love without no condition. This is how I'm able to love even if you disagree with me. Because why? I wake up with it and I give it to myself first. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. We gotta be selfish.
You gotta be selfish. Because if you're not giving it to yourself first, then how are you going to give it? like, if you don't give yourself the love you need, how are you going to love anybody or anything or anyone? Like, how?
Look, the dog lead them to show them when to eat, when to do all of that. That's the thing. They don't know yet until you step out of bounds and start living your own truth and stop doing what everybody like to do. Then you will understand life is really simple to live. It's just you're making it hard, and that's why I'm just going back to my roots. It's like when you see a country boy, you go like, damn, that man do everything.
Yeah.
You feel me? You're like, damn.
No, that's a fact.
He do everything.
That's
he
a
take
fact.
over everything.
That's a fact.
That's a damn thing.
That's
I
a
do.
fact.
Shit,
That's
I
a
take
fact.
over everything. I step out of bounds.
As you
And
should.
I make it mine. Like, yeah. If you look over what's a cowboy, it's basically take over. So I'm taking over literally anything that I feel like I'm not comfortable with and making it comfortable. You feel me? And I feel like that's what everybody is not doing. Like with the makeup shit. You feel me? Y'all not comfortable. You feel me? Y'all not comfortable. If y'all was so comfortable with shit, y'all be like men instead of acting like men. Come out.
But
Just come out.
They want to fix the problem that they're not taking care of themselves with makeup. So they put the cover over it.
Right.
Because they're not having self-care. So then, if you really want to make a full circle, that affects relationships. Because now you met somebody that looked this way and did this, and now looks a whole different way. And it's not about looks, but it make you question everything.
Oh no.
Cause it's like you playing yourself, like you don't even love yourself.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
what?
of course.
And I gotta say this, shout out to all the queens, to all the beautiful ladies that do give themselves the self-care
Always.
and know how to use the makeup and do use the makeup. God bless all of y'all. But what we're speaking about is the people that use things as a cover-up.
As a weapon.
Even like for men, they go out and buy all the Gucci from the head to the toe. That don't change who you are as a man. Like, that don't.
It's these and from the waist down. That's what makes you a man.
And this up here. You feel me?
And your mind, my fault.
Yeah, no, it's all good. And that's why we here. You know what I mean? That's why we here. That's why we here. And every man has to come to a realization to what's important to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, right? A man's gonna go to a woman, right?
Anyway,
Right? Right? Okay.
regardless.
Okay. But a man is only gonna go to the woman he feel like he deserves, right? Okay. So we have to realize who we are and what we deserve. So if we have the discipline to give ourselves the self-care, right? We would know how to have better relationships, don't you?
Oh yeah, always. It's like I feel like if everybody just stop following what everybody does and just be great and thankful for what God gave them, it's just like shit. You go evolve.
Right. Regardless of what you go through.
regardless, you probably gonna find out you don't need nobody. I feel like that's probably the scariest thing that everybody is trying not to deal with. That they don't want to be left out with no partner. Like, cause me, I don't care. I do everything for others. You know, I already did everything. It's just like, after that, I feel like it's selfish to me. But then again, you gotta get selfish to you just to even grow or experience things. But the good way, in discipline.
No, you just said something right there. You just said something right there. Like, yo, it's so amazing, right? Because I've been in situations where I'm being my best self, right? And the opposite person is trying to realize, like, how and why is he being his best self right now?
I just wanna come in your path type shit.
No. A person you're dealing with.
Oh, right.
So say if I was in a relationship and she's trying to figure out why I'm being my best self and believing in myself, where it's supposed to be the lowest point of my life. But she's like, yo, he's still being his best self. He's still having self-care. But he's going through all of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just the discipline of knowing, like, self-care is important first, because if I don't give this to myself, and with all these things going on, anybody would self-destruct. And that's why it's so important to have that self-care, because to know, like, yo, when you love yourself, you won't let things get in the way of that. At all.
Exactly.
And that's how we should all treat it. Like, we should all love ourselves to the point that no one can get in the way. No man, no woman, no thing, no job, no nothing. No money, no nothing. Because I don't love myself on condition. I love myself because I love myself. It's not on condition. I don't love myself because I got $1 million today. I don't love myself because I drive a nice car today. I don't love myself because I got a nice house today. I love myself because I love myself. I love who I am as a person.
You gotta always love yourself.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why self-care is so important. And the way it affects relationships, it's just like I said, if you being your best self and that person is not being their best self and giving themselves self-care how they should, it will hurt the relationship.
You gotta be
What you think?
It gotta be equal to everything. It's like, I always wanted to really say, you can't look at a person and judge just from what you see. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta help them get there. Just from the things that
They do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And how they deal with themselves.
And you see something, it's cool to be like, yo, this is the right way, or I just seen this jump, because it can help them with their speed of life, you feel me?
That's a fact.
And it's like, I'm just going with my pace of life, because like how you say you from New York, that's a fast paced lifestyle. I'm from the country where like we watch stuff grow,
Right.
and we perfect it. You feel me? So we can mold stuff just by like watching it.
Right.
That's plain and simple as that. It's not no hearing by and then it's something new every day. It's like,
right.
We really seen life grow, so we know the stages of food to people and what you need to live.
No, that's a fact.
You feel me?
That's a
It's just
fact.
like, but everybody today time, they just want to make regular living extra. And it's just like, when you know how to just bite down and live normal, boy, you gonna learn money ain't shit.
Right.
Money ain't shit, but
Because it's always
disappointment.
it's not about how much money you have, it's about what you do with the money. So
Exactly.
that's why money is money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have all the money in the world and still die unhappy.
Hold on,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying?
Would you like if we all had to go down right now, lose our homes, because money run like really rolls everything around. You feel me? If you gotta move today, go in the country, and you really think your girl gonna be down with you to be farmers and shit?
Do I believe that?
Yeah, if like, damn, we ain't got shit. I don't want to go to no government. I just gotta like, I got property down there
To be a farmer?
Like,
No.
not no farmer like a exact farmer, but you gonna have to do farm.
No.
You don't think she'll be there?
No.
Exactly. So if Shorty's not willing to get her hands dirty to live,
No.
what you think she gonna do in the long run? Like,
Yeah, no.
and you know how hard it is to do all that farming and stuff. This
Right, that's what I'm saying. No.
because some get died quick.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. No.
So it's like folks need to understand. You can't keep on redoing the same shit because it's gonna die.
Right.
Like, you want to watch it grow. Y'all not even y'all just making shit happen.
Right.
And it's not gonna taste good if you're not letting it, sit and cook.
And no, you're right. But that's why the relationship factor is very key, because with the self-care, right? With the self-care, okay? Yo, let me tell you something. When you give yourself self-care and the love that you know you deserve, yo, do you know the world will treat you as such? The world will treat you as such if you love yourself and give yourself the satisfaction that you want in life. Yo, the world will always keep you satisfied. And this is not something made up. Like, I am a prime example. Like, I've always come across people, they be like, yo, why are you so happy, man? Like, I'm like, is that a bad thing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean? I'm supposed to be happy. As humans, we're supposed to be. We're supposed to feel the emotions, but we're supposed to be happy. We're supposed to die happy. If we're not supposed to, this is how I want you. You feel me? So if you want to disagree and be like, yeah, who are you to say we're supposed to die happy? Well, you're right. Sorry, pardon me. You're right. So let me correct you before you could try to correct me. Whatever. That's what I want to be. Happy and peaceful. Because you know why? I know what it is to be the other thing. And that's not good for nobody. Not for me, the next person, the other person being that. That goes nowhere. But see, when you have happiness and peace, when you just give it to yourself, you give it to yourself. No one can give it to you. No man, no woman, nobody, no kid, no job, no money, nothing. You have to give the love and happiness to yourself first. And ever since I've really understood that, I've been in this place of abundance and just receiving all of this new energy. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what's going on. It's amazing. It's like nothing is touching. It's like you see the BS, but it can't get to you.
Can't get to you. You can't get fazed by it.
You can't get fazed by it. It just don't come to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beauty about this. And that's why I'm telling you, like, as another human being on this planet, on this earth, living, thriving, striving, you feel me? I'm telling you, like, love yourself. Give it to yourself first. I won't never tell you to do anything, but that you must do. If you give yourself the love and happiness first, watch it. And don't even come back to me and say, yo, I've been giving myself the love and happiness first. Nah, look, I don't even want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to repeat it after this. But, yo, the love and happiness to yourself, oh my goodness. It's like walking into a new earth. Like the earth they speaking about, I don't even think it exists.
No.
And it wasn't overnight, was it?
Oh no, it wasn't overnight. It wasn't. Oh yeah, that's oh yeah. Hold on, it wasn't overnight. It wasn't overnight.
Because that's what people gonna think right now. They're
Oh
gonna be
no.
like,
Oh no.
oh, he just woke up one day and bang.
Oh no. I've been on this journey since 2020. It's 2023. Okay, I have the full visual aspect now. I stopped using my eyes, and I started using this. I started feeling it. And ever since I started doing that, everything came full circle. I stopped like not being one with myself. I had to just be one with myself. That's all I had to do. So ever since I've done that, it's just like, yo, okay, now I know how to really maneuver. Now I know what I really want. Now I know what I really deserve. Now I know that I really and always been loved myself. And I don't have to question it. And I don't have to be humble about that. This is energy that someone like-minded like me, you has never seen before. I will promise you that. Ask anybody around me that know me. And I can say the same for them too. You feel me? So that's what's so magical about this. See, when you give yourself that, you start to have better relationships. Like the people around you are on the same type of time. They're on the same frequency, the same energy. They're on the same thinking. They're on the same level or plus more. You know what I'm saying? Your relationships get better. They get better. So when you give yourself the self-care and the self-love, your relationship value, oh, it just peaks. It just goes. And you would never have to encounter anything less of yourself unless you accept it. Because you still have a choice. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Still got a choice.
Still got a choice.
You know what I mean? So as long as we making the right choices for ourselves, like giving ourselves the self-care and the self-love, we will have all the great relationships, the better relationships, and taking ourselves out of relationships that we don't want, because why? We're only focused on the self-care and the self-love. So whatever you're focused on is only what you're going to get.
Hitting something. It's hitting something right there.
Just saying, don't let me tell it.
That's why so much people are in relationships right now.
Hitting
something.
Man. They not in a relationship because they love the other person. Nah. They searching for love in the other person. All right.
They don't love themselves. So that how can you love somebody else when you don't love yourself?
It don't make sense.
It don't make sense.
That's the everlasting question right
It don't make sense. So how dare you even try to get in a relationship with somebody? Or try to how you say run down? Like how you gonna try to run down on shorty and you don't even love yourself, King? Like cause the reason why I'm speaking like this, cause there's no woman going up to a man. All right, it's only men going up to women, just majorities. You know, from what the world we live in. You know what I'm saying? Like, so at the same time, it's like, if you don't love yourself, King, how you even gonna love her or even know that, yo, I love myself. Oh, she don't love me. Let me not even deal with her. You don't even know. You playing Russian roulette with your life. Goodness gracious.
Don't know when you about to go.
Don't even know. You know what I'm saying?
Just spend it.
Spin it. Hold on, let me see. Maybe this shot. Oh, nothing. Woo. That's a wicked game. You know what I'm saying? In any situation. Feel me? So that's why it's so important to give yourself that. It's so important to give yourself that. And once you do, I'm telling you, you will realize that life is so much grand when you focus on what you want and not what you want. Only focus on what you want. Remember, the law of attraction is just focusing on what you want. That's like someone praying to God or whoever they pray to, okay? And saying, I don't want to get hit by a bus. You know what I'm saying? More than likely, no lie. Not saying that someone said to no, it's because that's what you focused on. You focused on not getting hit by the bus. You're not focused on crossing the street, living your life. You focused on not getting hit by the bus. Life will bring you what you focus on. It's that simple. It's not rocket science. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a bunch of books to tell you. Read the books you want to read, but like
horoscopes.
It's or horoscopes or this or that. Like
it's not gonna save you.
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 You can only save yourself.
You could read 100 books, but if you not applying and understanding what you're reading, it means nothing. It means nothing.
You can watch a million videos.
You can watch a million videos.
Listen to a million
podcasts. Go see 100 therapists.
Look
100
at yourself
priests.
in the mirror a million times.
It don't matter. Whatever you focus on, you will receive. In the name of life as well.
In the name of life.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, we need the sound bite for the Don't Retell It.
Yeah, we need the sound bite.
Next episode,
Mm-hmm.
we gonna have that for them.
Yeah, it's a fact. How long was it right now?
27.
That's pretty good. But I'm gonna end it off like that. I'm gonna ask you a question though, bro. Let's see where your mind is at real quick. So being that we talked about self-care, relationships, right? Do you firmly believe that, self-care, you have the self-care, and whatever you're giving yourself, you will attract? Do you firmly believe that?
Oh yes, of course. Basically like how anybody mom tell them, you treat people how you want to be treated, it's gonna come back the same way. Even if they're not 100% giving you the same respect, it's just the way how you lowered them to get to you.
Mm-hmm.
Is how you got that respect. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you manifested it already. It's just it's just on the way that you complete the task on like who you think that person is. You already did the task. That's the thing. Everybody got the girl that they wanted just by thinking, yeah, I want that girl. Then you see her every now and then you hop down, then you're like, damn, we don't fit. But you just manifested to get her, you feel me? It's like you like, oh, we fit to look good. Looks is deceiving, so it's like
be careful what you ask for, right? Cause
but look, this the self-care part. This the other thing about how people prefer other people. Just because it's how they look, you know what I'm saying? This is why I used to get on my girl, like, shorty talking about she want a BBL. I'm like, just because I look like this, you just want to keep up. Like, I'm not gonna leave you.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna play it out to a story.
She focused on the wrong thing.
Yeah, right. You focus on like, oh, if you do leave me, I'm gonna get a person that's upgrade just like you.
Yeah.
Like, you already won, baby.
Yeah, it's not about that.
It's not even about that. It's just like we can do this together.
We can do this together.
You trying to get this junk like this?
Yeah, and it ain't about the look. It's about what we doing. And you said something key too. When you're giving yourself the self-care, you're manifesting. You're only manifesting great things to come into your life. Because like you said, you treat people how you want to be treated, right? If you treat people how you want to be treated, then you get treated back. Even the same way or even better, right? So let me apply that to myself. Hold on. I'm going to treat myself how I want to be treated so the world can always... I'm going to treat myself how I want to be treated so the world can always treat me how I want to be treated. It's that simple?
It's that simple.
It's that simple?
It's that simple.
Is that simple?
Check it out. Basically, if you was a talkative type person and you want to be heard, right? And you're just talking loud, people hear you, but nobody literally is gonna walk up to you and be like, yo, why you talk loud? They're gonna avoid you, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the person that just, why he's talking loud, not even paying attention to you, those are people that's gonna look at him like, oh, he's not affected by none of that nonsense that's going around him.
Right.
Dang, I wonder what else is in his deeper thoughts, because he's on my nerves, but I'm just too shy to be like, hey, shut the fuck up. You feel me? It's on some, oh, you're funny. This one, that shit, like, pick a side type shit. I'm not no pick a side. Just, you do what you do. I'm gonna block you out. And if I find a motherfucker that's willing, that's so interested in me to watch me block out everybody and understand my ways of blocking out shit,
Right.
they gonna be the same way later on.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Cause again, like I said before, all of our hearts pump the same, but none of our brains work the same, and that's for a reason. So if you see somebody else do something, and you're like, hey, that's inspiring. He ain't letting none of that shit bother him. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take that on too. I'm gonna take that same quality and run with it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be like, yo, that's a good quality to have. I'm taking that and I'm applying it. You know what I'm saying? But people out here taking what they want to take. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing about self-care. It's like, what are you applying in your life? Are you applying negative things in your life or great things in your life? You know what I'm saying? But that's up to everyone to ask themselves. Like, you know what I mean? Because only you and your higher power and God know. Like, you know what I'm saying? The universe, like, only y'all know. No one know exactly about anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nobody.
because when you do whatever you do by yourself, only you and God know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the key. That's the key. How are you acting when you by yourself? You know what I'm saying? Are you this person? Are you even better? You know what I mean?
That's it right there. How you acting by yourself?
Yeah, how you acting when you by yourself? You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of people have never even thought about that question. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like manifestation and manifesting your life the way you want starts by self-care and self-love. And once you do that, your relationships will get better, and the relationship with yourself. And when I say relationships, the first relationship is the relationship with yourself. And then watch everything else fall into place. But the relationship with yourself will get so much better, and you will start to see yourself for who you truly are. It's amazing.
It's like sitting in a dark room and you just vibing until somebody they could be a red light, white light, somebody just walk over and tap your shoulder, then the whole room just is filled with light.
Right.
But with daylight.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's the key right there, about learning different qualities from one another and taking what's good for us. You know what I'm saying? Because just like if you go into a grocery store, you're not gonna pick up the apple that's bad, and you're just not gonna pick it up because it's an apple. You know what I'm saying? It's a fruit. It's a fruit. It's a fruit. It's an apple.
You're gonna look like this shit look nasty.
Yeah, you're not gonna take it home.
The same shit.
It's an apple. It's an apple. It is healthy for you, but you're not gonna just pick that one up because it's an apple and it's
damaged.
And it's damaged. You're not gonna do that because it's an apple.
You don't think it's gonna goddamn fulfill your body with the nutrients?
Right, and you wanted the apple. You know what I'm saying? And there's many other apples there, so you might as well choose the right apple. Take your time. Look at it. Pick it up. Look at it. View it for what it is. Make sure it don't have no holes, because you can't fix that. You can't fix a hole in the apple. If the apple has a hole in it, it's done. It's done. So how you gonna try to fix something you can't fix? And I feel like a lot of us are out here doing that. Listen, realize what you're doing, be aware of what you're doing, be mindful. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Makes you a better person when you're mindful. Because you're being mindful of yourself first. Feel me? And it starts there. Just like everything starts at home, everything starts with you. Speechless. Thoroughbred Cowboy.
Thoroughbred.
That's a fact.